Hello, everybody. Welcome to round 9. This is the penultimate round of the season for the Fuel Premier Series, and we are at Richmond Raceway. My name is Matt Owens. I'll be your commentator and producer this evening. It's a perfect night for racing in Richmond, Virginia. We got 68-degree air temperature with little to no wind for the Richmond Raceway 125. 125 laps for you guys tonight. Only 2 extra sets of tires, 75% fuel. And oh boy, we have a race for the championship. After last week and the drop races have been factored in, Zach Passon sits at the top of the standings, 1,050 points. Christian Kendall going to be only 15 points behind. Chad Simpson also still in the mix, along with Lyle Swearingen and Ryan Kish. Mitchell Welker only having 5 races in the season, up to 8th place. If Mitch could come out here and win again tonight for his 3rd straight victory, look for him to get really close to challenging Zach Passon, Christian Kendall, and Chad Simpson in the final race of the season next week in Auto Club Speedway. Good old Richmond Raceway. I've been to this track more times than any other. This is my my home track. We just had to sit through that race on last Saturday night at Richmond. The Cup Series was here this past weekend, so pretty good timing. But we are out here in the Gen 4s tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Back when Richmond was good. Kind of makes me really sad, honestly, where we're at Richmond now. The race this past week was not too bad. But, well, definitely seen a lot better for Richmond over the years. They did take away one of the dates because the races have been so rough the last several years in this new next-gen car. You saw Chad Simpson there, the 42 car in a new scheme this week. We'll see Chad again in a second there. He had just towed and went into pit lane. We got the 98 here, Jackson Robillard, back in the knee-high septic machine. But since we're talking about points, bonus points are going to be a big one. We do use the old Winston Cup formula, but it is slightly modified to allow a little bit closer payout per position. But we also have some bonus points. 5 bonus points for all of the following: leading a lap, leading the most laps, getting the fastest lap in a race, pole, and for hard charger. So if you all you have to do for hard charger, you do have to put in a legitimate qualifying attempt. And then you just got to pass the most cars from your starting position to your finishing position, and that'll reward you with a 5 bonus points. We are back to having an in-race reporter this week. The number 72, Jared Wakefield, is going to be our in-race reporter this week. Jared on the outside looking in on the championship hunt, but just wants to come out here and win a race of these last 2 weeks. Was able to get it done at Martinsville last year. We'll see if Jared is able to get it done tonight. We have not had our in-race reporter win a race yet over the last 2 seasons. But I did sit in to listen to everybody talk about how the car was feeling before we got started, and well, it sounds like it's going to be a handful tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see right there, Jared Wakefield loose off of turn 2. Yeah, should be a great race this evening. The cars are going to be a handful. We are short track racing. We got less than 4 minutes left in practice. Currently at the top of the standings, the number 19, Zach Passon, your championship leader, the 21.570. He's put 49 laps in tonight. That number 19 car is looking good here around Richmond. Got Jared Dixon and Will Roberts here. I know Will loves him some Richmond. Will currently sitting at fourth fastest lap at the moment for Will with a 21.668. We are nearing the end of the season, which does also mean we're nearing the end of FRN at the moment. So I have decided to rebrand FRN and create my own YouTube channel for broadcasting and things like that. I will talk to you guys a little bit more about it next week. But we'll have a few weeks off here at Fuel, a couple weeks, maybe a month or two off. But on Wednesday nights, we're going to have SMS racing on Wednesday nights in the mini stocks. So that will be our debut series for the new channel. Actually, for once, loving the camera angles tonight. I think it is looking good. The last 2 weeks, though, number 76, Mitchell Welker, your winner, out here in this fast orange Chevrolet, looking really good tonight as well, with a third overall at the moment. 21.632 is Mitchell's current lap time. There's Chad Simpson. Rough week for Chad last week. Was fighting for the lead early on, but a mistake from the 76, a self-admitted mistake from the 76 of Mitchell Welker had him around and ruined his night. We'll see. We'll have to see. This is Richmond. It'll be prime time for any payback tonight with the championship on the line. Championship contender Christian Kendall also not racing again tonight. He's out chasing some storms up in Canada. But a really, really nice scheme here for the 42 car. Chad Simpson, really big fan of this scheme. Might have a pretty good lock on scheme of the night tonight in this thing. 68 of Lyle Swearingen, also kind of in the championship hunt as well. Currently sitting in fourth, I believe, after that win early in the season at Las Vegas. Got 60 seconds left in practice, ladies and gentlemen. We do have a new driver, the 14 of Nicholas Johnston out here. This number, what is that? The number 28 Havoline Ford Taurus? Yeah, there we go. Ford Taurus. Not a lot of people running the Fords. I had to think about it for a second. He's listed as the number 14, so apologies for any confusion. I think I'll just go with we'll go with the 28, what I see on screen, but just know interchangeably he's the 14 or the 28. Just so we don't have any extra confusion between myself and you guys. Got 14 cars in the field this evening. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for practice. Let's see who we can ride along with here. Well, Jared was the first person I saw. He's our in-race reporter. We're going to ride along with Jared. All right, Jared, no pressure. We're going to ride along here. This is the 72 Jared Wakefield, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, very, very loose, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, the car is so loose there. You can see it going into turn one. Just wanted to spin out on Jared. Jared gonna ride the high line here to just hopefully get a little momentum. And then I would say brake a little early just to be safe. 72 of Jared Wakefield. Oh, he's going to get loose on the exit, and he's going to put it in the wall. Woo, the car is looking treacherous. Or I should say the track is looking treacherous tonight. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it doesn't really look like you could put any power down without those rears coming out from underneath you. Here we go. We got the 98 of Jackson Robillard going around the track. We'll go ahead. We'll follow the 98 here as he attempts to qualify. The number 98 knee-high septic machine. Not looking too bad at the moment. Oh, it's looking loose on the exit there. Really smooth into the corner. Really good exit off of 2. All right, one more smooth corner for the 98 is all he needs to put in an okay time. Currently sitting in 10th at the moment. All right, Jackson Robillard, that is going to put him... That is going to keep him in... moves him up to 9th. He did improve just a little bit on the second lap. Still waiting on Will Roberts and Jared Dixon to qualify at the moment, but they are not connected. Looks like they might be opting to go ahead and just start in the back. Yeah, the track looks absolutely treacherous this evening, I have to say. It looks scary. Scary slick. Got about 1 minute and 50 seconds left in practice here, guys. So go ahead and take your breaks if you need to. Do have Will Roberts getting out on track now. Go ahead and see how Will does. Yeah, this track has one of the best default. Oh, Will loose on the exit of 2 there. Did start his first lap. Probably going to go ahead and just tow and start over again. Try to get one full lap in. Yeah, it'll have to be lap number 2 for Will. So the number 2 car, Will Roberts, going to have one real attempt here to get a lap time in. Looks like the 16 of Jared Dixon opted to just go ahead and start in the back. All right, well, that qualifying attempt's going to have Will Roberts rolling off 11th. It looks like he's going to put in a couple more laps just for some extra practice. Only got about 10 or 15 seconds left. All right, that is going to be it for us in qualifying. As you can see now, the lights are already out. And ladies and gentlemen, the 76 of Mitchell Welker is going to be on pole this evening. The 14 of Nicholas Johnson going to be on the outside in second place. Third place, we're going to have the 42 of Chad Simpson in that Lego Chevrolet. Fourth place is going to be Zach Passon in the number 19 car. 5th place, we got the 68 of Lyle Swearingen. To his outside, the 52 of Ryan Kish. Next row, we have the 40 car of Zach Buchanan with a 21.879. So honestly, a pretty not too much of a spread there for the top 7. Nicholas Sudik in the 87 is going to be on his outside. Jackson Robillard is going to get us started off in the next row in 9th place. 10th place, the 70 of Sarah Tessum. Then we've got Will Roberts going to be starting off 11th with Evan Adams on his outside, and 12th. Our in-race reporter, Jared Wakefield, going to be starting 13th. And Jared Dixon to his outside, ladies and gentlemen. That is going to round out our field. Let's go ahead and pull up the 72, Jared Wakefield, into the broadcast booth and get hear from Jared and see what he thinks the race is going to be like tonight. Hello, Jared. This is Matt Owens. Hello. In the booth. You got me?
Got you loud and clear. What's up, man?
Well, you offered to be my in-race reporter, so I thought I would go ahead and pull you up here and see what you think. What do you expect tonight from this race? It looked really treacherous out there in practice.
Well, our qual lap was terrible. It feels like there's a foot of snow under the tires. You have to be really careful on throttle. I think we're going to get a bunch of yellows, not necessarily from big wrecks, but just from cars losing it on their own. Keep the rear end under you. It's a pretty simple strategy. It should just be a one stop, but we got the extra set there if we needed to spice things up. So, yeah, interested to see what happens.
All right, Jared. Well, I'll let you get focused and, keep that car underneath you, and don't be the reason we got to come talk to somebody under yellow.
That's the goal, but no promises here.
All right, Jared. Good luck tonight, man. We'll see you. Hopefully, we'll see you at the end, and we won't have to talk to you during the race.
Thanks, my friend. See you on the other side.
Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I think the pace car should be coming down pit lane this time by. All right, and we are under green here at Richmond Raceway. The 76 of Mitchell Welker to his outside, Nicholas Johnston in that 28 car. Everybody getting away pretty well early on. Got a bunch of people trying out that high line early in turns 3 and 4. Mitchell Welker going to be leading lap number 1 here at Richmond Raceway. 28 of Nicholas Johnson right behind him with Zach Passon behind him. And in 4th place, we got Chad Simpson in that red Lego machine. Lyle Swearingen on the outside here of the 40 is Zach Buchanan. Trying to see if the outside line has any oomph in it tonight. See if Lyle can stay next to Zach without having to concede that position. So far, so good. Had a little bit of extra momentum to do so. We'll have to see if that middle line actually becomes relevant this evening. Oh, the 28 there into the wall just a little bit, entering turn 1. But yeah, the 68, Lyle Swearingen, able to hold pretty good here, is going to have to concede to the 40 of Zach Buchanan this time. But held on pretty good there for a little while. We do have a good battle back here as well for 12th. Jared Dixon getting around Evan Adams. Jared Wakefield, our in-race reporter, already moving up a couple spots. So our championship leader here in the number 19, Zach Passon. After the drop races have gone through and the points reset. But yeah, now that we've got the race underway, I mean, this number 42 Lego machine right here of Chad Simpson, I love this car. It is absolutely beautiful. There you go, Chad. Second time of the year, Chad Simpson going to be scheme of the night. Absolutely wonderful looking car under the lights of Richmond. 19 as Zach Passon starting to pull away from that 42 car. Just ever so slightly. See the 70 of Sarah Teslam trying out that high line as well. I don't know if it's by choice or necessity. I believe Jared Wakefield just got around the 70 of Sarah Teslam there. Yeah, I have to say, big fan of these camera packages this evening. Got a decent battle between the 70 and the 16, a little bit back in the pack with Will Roberts right behind them. Yeah, love this ski. Oh, the 70 of Sarah Teslam around a little bit. Is she able to hold on to it? She was able to hold on. The first victim of old hot tires already, only on lap 11. After a fantastic top 3 for Sarah last week at Darlington. I think we were at Darlington last week, weren't we? Were we at Darlington? No, we were at Atlanta last week. I apologize. Atlanta Motor Speedway. There we go. Looks like the 70 car. Those tires are cooling back down. Just getting back on top of the car. But yeah, you really have to be careful. You got to feather the throttle here. And these cars, you got to pretty much act like there is an egg right underneath that throttle. And if you press it too hard, that egg is going to shatter and you're going to flip. Or you're going to spin around. So far, so good for Jared Wakefield, coming up to 10th place already. I gotta say, though, the track looks really good tonight under the lights here. Ooh, Lyle Swearingen into the wall just a little bit there. Oh, 76 of Mitchell Welker into the wall there. Trying to get everything he could on the entrance to turn 1. Doesn't look too bad. No damage at the moment. So we're coming around to finish lap number 15. Really good job from everybody so far, so good. Not really any car contact. Everybody's getting around the track fairly well. Just had that little bit of an issue for the 70 of Sarah Teslam, but other than that, everybody's still looking pretty good. Really interesting to see the different lines here. The 68 of Lyle Swearingen still kind of right in that middle to high line in turns 1 and 2. Same thing here again in 3 and 4. The 72 of Jared Wakefield also going high. Go on board with the 68 here. We're going to watch. Oh, that was interesting. Yeah, sorry, excuse me, guys. There was the 68 of Lyle Swearingen having some connection issues as soon as we wanted to go on board with him. Here, we'll ride along with the 19 of Zach Passon, your championship leader, as the 28 on the track, but the 14 in my timing and scoring sheet, Nicholas Johnston. Right in front of him, that Havoline Ford. Actually pulling up to the rear bumper of the 76 of Mitchell Welker. So right now, Zach Passon with the best seat in the house gets to watch this battle for the lead right in front of him. So we're going to come around to finish lap number 20. So we'll have 105 laps to go this time by. The laps are ticking off here at Richmond Raceway. And number 28, Havoline Ford, is all over the back bumper of the 76 of Mitchell Welker. So we now definitely have a battle for the lead here between Mitchell Welker and Nicholas Johnston. You can see that front bumper slamming the bottom of the track there as they go into turn 3. Hard on the brakes. You see it again here in turns 1 and 2. 28 Havoline machine trying to get underneath the 76 Fast Orange Chevrolet. But we do have a 4-car breakaway now. Back to the 5th place car of Zach Buchanan, now 2 seconds back behind Chad Simpson. Sorry, 1.3 back from the 4th place car, Chad Simpson. 2.5 seconds behind our leader. Mitchell Welker happy to give the inside line there to the 28 of Nicholas Johnston. Gets a little bit of extra momentum on the exit. Mitchell Welker seeming to actually been holding up these guys a little bit. The front, or the 2nd, the 3rd, and the 4th place car have really caught up. Oh, Mitchell Welker into the wall there, trying to get everything he can to be out as far to late apex turns 1 and 2. That is a really, really good line to run, especially in these cars. For turns 1 and 2, gives you a ton of momentum down the back straightaway. As you can see there, the 28 had position to try to pass, but just not able to get the pass done on the 76 of Mitchell Welker because of that extra momentum. Awesome battle so far up front right here. .28 of Nicholas Johnson. I'm not sure you could get much closer than that to the rear bumper of that Fast Orange Chevrolet of Mitchell Welker. Yeah, Nicholas Johnson seems to be much better entering turn 1 here. Oh, is able to even get underneath the 76 a little bit, but just not going to have the momentum to stay side by side. But man, what an excellent battle here for these top 3 cars, as it's now definitely a 1-2-3 with Chad Simpson's 42 car there ready to pounce if anybody makes a mistake. The 40 of Zach Buchanan also a lot closer than he was several laps ago. As we said, he was 1.3 back of Chad Simpson, now only 0.6. The 28 of Nicholas Johnson here will not go away. He's just been hounding the 76 of Mitchell Welker every single lap, the last 10 or 15 so far. We complete lap number 30, under 100 to go now. Yeah, Mitchell Welker just using that line and about half a lane up from the 28. But here we go. 28 of Nicholas Johnson making the move this time. Is he going to have the drive off the corner? He does. He leads that lap. He should have position on the 76 of Mitchell Welker here to complete the pass, and he does. We have a new leader here at Richmond Raceway on lap 32. And it is Nicholas Johnston now out in front. Not a sight we're used to seeing here the last 2 weeks, even 3 weeks back to Watkins Glen. Since Mitchell's been able to start showing up and racing, he has been on fire. All right, we got another battle back here, though. For 7th place. It is heating up. Jared Wakefield driving through the field up to 9th place, trying to get up to 8th to pass the 52 of Ryan Kish here. Week 1's Daytona winner in that 52 Cheez-It Chevrolet. 72, Jared Wakefield backing up the corner, trying again. Going to try to cool the tires off and get back underneath the 52 of Ryan Kish here. Got a multitude of lines here. I would say the 72 of Jared Wakefield was in the high line, except for if you look right back behind him in that black car, he was even higher. Jared trying the high line in turns 1 and 2 here, going to use it to try to get as much momentum down the back straightaway to close in on the 52 of Ryan Kish. Not able to do it. I'm not sure that is going to be the optimal line, because that's actually opened the door up for the 2 of Will Roberts here. Will been creeping around in the back, started last, into the wall just a little bit. We've seen a few cars with that issue going into turn 1. Again, trying to just get everything they possibly can. Will into the wall again. Going to send it underneath the 72 of Jared Wakefield here. Jared should have the momentum on the exit. They'll carry him to the line in front of the 2 car. Oh, Jared with a lot of momentum. The 52 of Ryan Kish into the wall now. Oh, Jared into the back end of the 52 just ever so slightly. They're able to hold on to it. But this battle is getting crazy. Oh, Jared having to absolutely, Jared blew that corner. Wasn't sure where the 52 of Ryan Kish was going to go. We're already on lap 39. I know these tires are absolutely begging for mercy. Just a quick checkup on everybody through the field real quick. We got Nicholas Johnston out in front now. Zach Passon got around Mitchell Welker the last lap or two. Mitchell Welker sitting in third, starting to drop a little bit. Chad Simpson still sitting in fourth. Zach Buchanan getting a little bit closer to these guys, though, here in fifth. Lyle Swearingen still here in sixth place with the 98 of Jackson Robillard here in seventh, defending his position from Ryan Kish and Will Roberts, who are battling for 8th place at the moment. Will continuing to climb up through the field. Jared Wakefield going to be back in 10th, waiting to see how this goes between the 2 and the 52. 87 Taco Bell machine of Nick Sudik here after a really strong race last week at Atlanta. 16 of Jared Dixon in 12th. 70 of Sarah Tessum after that early incident. I know she wants the yellow to get this racked back up to see if she could catch up to these guys and actually race a little bit. Evan Adams on pit road, been on pit road for about 12 laps now. Not sure what happened to Evan. But so far, looking just like a regular Richmond race here. The 28, Halvaline Ford, out in front of Nicholas Johnston. Zach Passon just grinding it away in second place. See, I know Zach wants to win, but he's okay with this. Nicholas Johnston in no contention for the championship. We've got a little bit now of a spread. Nicholas Johnston starting to pull away 0.8 of a second on the 19 of Zach Passon. Mitchell Welker here sitting in third, 1.3 seconds back from the leader, with Chad Simpson right behind him. We still got a big battle back here for 7th place. Will Roberts trying to get around the number 98 of Jackson Robillard. Has position on him right now into turn 1 and 2. See on the exit if he's able to get it done. He is. Will Roberts sends it into turn 3. Is going to get olayed by the 98 of Jackson Robillard there, but now on the outside. Going to be put in an interesting position. Does have the momentum, though. This is going to have the 72 of Jared Wakefield in position to get around Will Roberts. Awesome battle between these guys for 7th place. Another 98 of Jackson Robillard worrying about the 72 of Jared Wakefield, who does get around him. That middle line is actually shaping up to be not too bad. Was able to complete the pass, was Jared, on the 98 of Jackson Robillard. And starting to pull away now using that middle line. This is what we like to see here. We got a bunch of different lines going on tonight. A lot of people riding the bottom. Some people are in the middle. I mean, heck, we've even seen the top line come into play. So we're going to complete lap number 50 now. Or we are on lap number 50, excuse me. We'll be completing lap number 50 this time by. And the 28 here of Nicholas Johnston comes around this time. Well, a quarter of the way through this race, the 28 of Nicholas Johnston starting to drive away, 9/10 of a second advantage on the 19 of Zach Passon here, your championship leader. Mitchell Welker about 7/10 behind Zach Passon in 3rd place. Chad Simpson in the 42 right here, 8/10 of a second back. We do have a battle for 5th place shaken up between the 68 of Lyle Swearingen and the 40 of Zach Buchanan. Well, we're going to get our first Turn It Up of the night. So I'm going to bow out for a second and let you guys enjoy some engine noise while we watch this battle between the 68 and the 40 car. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got a spin. We got a spin there from the 76 of Mitchell Welker. The yellow is out, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh. Mitchell Welker with a rare mistake. Oh, we're going to check that out really quick, guys. We're going to go instant replay here. I think Mitch just overcooked the brakes there. Or maybe he was trying to get into the pit lane. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, here we go. We're going to watch the 76 here of Mitchell Welker. This is the yellow that everybody needed for sure. But yeah, Mitch just a little bit too much front brake, but locks it up. Nobody involved. Yellow was out. It can happen that fast, ladies and gentlemen. But everybody coming down pit road for tires, as we expected. All right, we are on the exit of pit road here. We'll be able to see the race off of pit road. 28 car out first. Oh, the 76 of Mitchell Welker away. Oh, wow, that was a really, really close battle there. Oh, looks like Mitchell Welker was the first car off of pit road. Wow. Only 13 seconds in his box. 38 seconds on pit road. 3 seconds faster than the 28 here of Nicholas Johnston. 41 seconds on pit road for Nicholas Johnston. 19 is Zach Passon, 40.5 seconds. Wow. Really great stop there for the 76 of Mitchell Welker after coming in, I think, in 4th or 5th, but by far the fastest on pit road. So that fast orange Chevrolet getting it done on pit road, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to step away for a second, get a drink. All right, well, let's see if we can pull up Jared Wakefield and see exactly how the tires and the car feels after that long run. Let's see the 72 of Jared Wakefield here. Jared, that was a long green flag run there. Got about 55 laps on it. Are we going green this time? Oh,
yes,
never mind. Never mind, Jared.
Bye.
Never mind. Have a good night. All right, well, going green really, really fast. We're going to stay on board here with the 72. Oh, 68 of Lyle Swearingen around. And the 2 of Will Roberts around. That is going to be a yellow. Well, we had somebody in position for that one. So what we're going to do is we're going to come right on board with the 72. We're going to bring him right back. So Jared, you just happen to have a really good front row seat for that one. I'm going to ask you now that we have time, real quick. How sketchy was that at turn 1 just now?
That was pretty sketchy. You know, cold tires are a thing. I knew guys were going to have trouble. Yeah, Lyle kind of stepped on it a little bit and lost it, and then Will went as well. So, you know, that was a weird one for sure. But, yeah, you got to get these tires up to temp. You know, you got to be ginger. A couple guys forgot that. But, you know, we honestly weren't very good in qualifying. We haven't been very good all night. The tire deck looked okay for the first stint, so I think we're in a good spot. The first yellow kind of took the strategy out of it, so I went forward just to be safe. We'll see what happens, but I think this restart's gonna be sketchy too. It might get buried in some yellows here. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. So what does the strategy look like going forward for the 72 car?
I think we're just gonna ride a little bit. You know, the hope was to come in early, right about when that yellow came out, and short pit and get on some fresh tires, get them up to temp and clean air. Bank out a couple good laps and hope that could get us closer to the top 5. Obviously, that pit stop negated things. You know, everyone behind me was going to take 4, and I don't think 2 was going to make a lot of sense. So took 4. Yeah, honestly, from here it depends on where the yellows fall, man. If we get 1 later, I think you'll get some takers, and then the question really becomes 2 or 4. But we'll see. There's one way to find out, and that's to run the laps. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to kind of play the cards as they're dealt from here on out. No real plan.
Well, you've done a pretty good job so far of playing the hand you were dealt. You drove up pretty far on it. I mean, you're currently in 7th. You started in 13th. So far you've almost taken half the field. So, I mean, good luck. So far it's not going too bad for you.
No, not at all. I mean, this is where we wanted to be. The Q lap, I didn't think we were going to qualify well. We don't have good 1-lap pace, but our long-run pace is good. Lap 1 just got loose in turn 1 and let it wash up the hill, so I missed the bottom both corners. And then in lap 2, we spun and tore the front flip off of it. So got it fixed back up, and it's pretty good for me. So we'll see what it does. All
right, well, it looks like we're going to be going green this time, so I'll go ahead and put you back down in the channel with the rest of your boys and girls there. So good luck tonight, man, and hopefully I don't have to talk to you about any incidents that you were in.
All right, that's the hope. We were pretty close there, so I'm going to, you know, hopefully second time isn't the charm. Thanks, Matt.
No problem, man. Good luck. All right, well, hey, I'm glad we were at least able to get a little bit of an interview there with our in-race reporter, Jared Wakefield, tonight. Mitchell Welker, ladies and gentlemen, going to be the control car here. iRacing pace car off the track onto pit road. 76 of Mitchell Welker, your control car, and is away. It's a pretty good launch here. We are back under green again here at Richmond Raceway. All right, guys, clean start up here for everybody up front. The whole field is so much closer together now. That 28 of Nicholas Johnston is already pounding the 76 of Mitchell Welker for the lead. He's going to be right underneath him here into turn 1 and 2. Strong exit for that 28 car, Nicholas Johnson. He should have the position on the exit here of turn 3 and 4. See if he's able to get it done. He will lead coming to the line there. 28 of Nicholas Johnson back out in front. Zach Passon to the inside of the 76 of Mitchell Welker. That fast orange 76, not the best restart. Even now under siege from the 42 of Chad Simpson as well. And that bright red Lego Chevrolet on the inside. Chad might be able to take the spot here. He was in front of Mitchell there at the line and is able to do it. 76 of Mitchell Welker coming all the way back. I'm not sure, maybe 2 tires? Maybe that's what put Mitch back out in front. I'm not sure, but he is absolutely struggling on this restart. All the way back to 4th place already. With the 2 of Will Roberts really trying to get around him on the outside here. Still side by side, the 76 and the 2 going into 3 and 4. 76, Mitchell Welker not able to shake the 2 of Will Roberts here. Will on position going into turns 1 and 2. Is he going to have the momentum to get by the 76 on the exit? No, not this time. As we are still side by side for 4th place. Mitchell Welker able to slide up now in front of Will Roberts there for 4th to solidify his position. But woof, that was a precipitous drop from starting in 1st. Already a 2.5 seconds back from our leader in this 28 car of Nicholas Johnston. Since lap 30 or so, been the fastest car on the track the entire night. Starting to pull away too from the 19 of Zach Passon here already. Only a handful of laps into this run. So we are on lap 72, going to come to lap 73 this time by at Richmond Raceway. The 68 of Lyle Swearingen in the back trying to get around the 70 and the 87 car after he spun out and brought out the caution last time. Say Will Roberts got away pretty lucky after that yellow, not being credited as to the one to bring it out, so he was able to get his position back. But Jared Wakefield, ladies and gentlemen, up to 5th place in that white number 72, right behind Mitchell Welker. So far, so good for this summer 72 car. Having a great night for starting in 14th, or 13th, I think. Yes, 13th. Up to 5th place right now. Field has completed lap number 77. We are on lap 78 already, guys, of lap 120 or of 125 laps. So well over halfway now. Nicholas Johnston starting to pull away. 0.8 of a second advantage on the 19 is Zach Passon. So far, no side-by-side battle, but it looked like that 40 car of Zach Buchanan trying to pass the number 2 of Will Roberts for 6th place now. Will way up the track here. Got a lot of momentum down the front straightaway. I'm not sure if he had enough to completely recover. He's holding on pretty good so far. Way up the track again for the 2-car Will Roberts. Zach Buchanan at the line with the position. Oh, Will a little too high this time, Will. He's up good. He's up in the wall and now battling the number 98. Jackson Robillard for 7th place. A wild thing, Will Roberts out here in that 2-car. You never know. You never know what you might see. Yeah, the 76 of Mitchell Welker here down to 3 seconds. 3 seconds behind the 28 of Nicholas Johnston. But Nicholas Johnston on his way to a dominating performance so far tonight at Richmond. Got right back to the lead even after losing it on pit road. .40 car of Zach Buchanan starting to inch closer and closer to the 72 of Jared Wakefield sitting in 5th place. How about the 16 of Jared Dixon? Up from last place up to 9th right now. Battling it out with Ryan Kish and the 98 of Jackson Robillard here. .68 of Lyle Swearingen so far not able to make up any ground. Still sitting behind this 87 of Nick Sudik here. Sarah Tessum, though, hold on to her position up to 11th. Not happy with how her car felt in practice. Was not looking forward to this race, but so far after just that lap 10 incident, doing pretty good so far. That gap from 4th place, Mitchell Welker, the leader, is just growing and growing more and more every lap. Zach Passon and the leader, Nicholas Johnson, about the same time they've had for a while now. But we do have this battle now for 5th place. Zach Buchanan battling in the 72 of Jared Wakefield. And Zach Buchanan able to take that spot fairly easily. This time by, we're going to complete lap number 90 and have only 35 laps to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this race has absolutely flown by. But it's been a great, great race here at Richmond Raceway. We cannot wait to see you guys next week either for the season finale at Auto Club. That is going to be a great race. I can't wait to see how fast these cars are going at Auto Club. It's going to be fantastic. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to ride along. Oh, no. Jared Wakefield back another position to Will Roberts here. We're going to ride along with Jared and watch this battle from the cockpit. Yeah, Will able to get around the 72 of Jared Wakefield. Will Roberts riding that high line. You could just tell the car just does not want to grip on the exit of the corner there for the 72. Will going to try to cut down in front of Jared here, is able to do it to complete the pass. I know this track looks easy, ladies and gentlemen, but let me tell you, Richmond Raceway is one of the hardest. This is one of the hardest ovals in the service. I know we've been to Darlington. Darlington, sure, yes, Darlington is more challenging. I'm not sure if there's a more challenging short track for any of these overpowered cars like Richmond Raceway. Especially for cars with a lot of power. It is challenging. It is so easy to just put down just barely too much throttle and spin around, as you saw with the 76 of Mitchell Welker. Even getting in to turn 3 is difficult late in runs when you've got absolutely no grip on the car at all, and you're just trying to slow it down. The brakes are gone. Not easy. Pretty quiet night here, but a solid night for the 42 of Chad Simpson. Got around Mitchell Welker now, so right behind Zach Passon. This is exactly where Chad wants to be. Might be looking for another yellow here in a little bit just to give himself a run to try to get past the 19. Going into the final race at Auto Club Speedway next week. But ladies and gentlemen, the inevitable one, Zach Passon has closed the gap on the number 28, Nicholas Johnston, to only 0.4 of a second. This time by the 28 of Nicholas Johnston going to complete lap number 100. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll only have 25 laps to go. And it is go time for the 19 car of Zach Passon. He is starting to really catch the 28 of Nicholas Johnston. Johnston really starting to struggle here on the entrance to the corner of turn 1. You can really just hear how smooth the 19 of Zach Passon is on the accelerator on the exit of turn 4. It is so easy to spin the car out in turn 4, guys. These front two cars 3.5 seconds out. The only battle closer on track is this one here between the 40, the 2, and the 72. Actually, we do have a pretty good battle back here for 10th place. Sarah Tessam trying to get up into the top 10 after an early spin. She is in position to do that on the 16 of Jared Dixon this time. Oh, Jared gonna lose 2 spots in one corner there. Not what he wanted to see. Man, Lyle Swearingen in the 68 was having such a great race. Just not been able to get anything going since spinning. Got a little bit of damage on the right front, I think. It looks like it. big battle here for a top 10 between the 87 of Nick Sudik and Sarah Tessum in that 70 car. Not a great exit for Nick Sudik. Another big battle between Jared Wakefield and Will Roberts. These guys have been battling all night for 6th place right now. Will going to have to concede this one. They've been swapping their positions back every couple laps. Now Jared getting pretty close to Zach Buchanan, going to be able to challenge for a top 5 here in a couple laps. We'll check back in soon. The 19 is Zach Passon, not been able to get any closer the last 5 or 6 laps to the number 28. Well, we're going to go one more time for a turn it up, guys. We've only got a few laps remaining, so everybody turn your volume up, go get a snack before the end of this race. And again, just as we do so, the yellow comes out again. We're going to have to see what that was for, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back to the instant replay. Here we go. We had a big battle here on lap 111 or 110. Excuse me. Between the 98 car of Jackson Robillard and the 70 of Sarah Tessum, battling for a top 10. Oh, Sarah just locks up the tires and just slides it in just a little too much. Yeah, that'll happen. That's short track racing, baby. Definitely not what the 28 of Nicholas Johnston wanted to see. We'll see if anybody has anything for this number 28. 72 of Jared Wakefield coming out first with the 2 of Will Roberts. Oh, that is going to be a major shakeup here. With only about 12 laps to go this time around. You got Jared Wakefield and Will Roberts both taking 2 tires only. Oh, this is going to get real interesting, guys. Let's go ahead and talk to Jared real quick.
Overtime thing in this.
Hey, Jared, it's Matt. Sorry to pull you up real quick. I saw you took
Matt.
2 tires there. You're going for the win?
Yeah, look, we were really conservative that run. The tire numbers were better than the last run. The left sides felt great with the way we were kind of loading the right side of the car. It's like, as long as we can get these right sides to fire off, let's see what happens here, You got to take the track position where you can.
Absolutely.
With not a lot of time left. Just want to get out front. Hopefully we can get away and come away with a podium or something. But too early yet. But I think we made the right call. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, no, not much to lose. Going for a win, not necessarily racing for the championship. So just trying to get another dub this year. I know. I see Wild Thing Will Roberts did the same thing.
Yeah, I'm a little
right behind you.
after what happened in front of me going into 1 here. Yeah. So we'll see. Yeah, feel good. Just need to get a good restart here, get up clean through the gears, get through turn 1 okay. And if I can get through 3 and 4 again, I think we'll be up to 10. So.
All right, Jared. Well, if everything goes well, hopefully we'll talk to you again in about 10 laps.
Hopefully.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thanks.
All right, Jared Wakefield, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be your control car this time with an awesome strategy call to try to get the track position. The 2 Will Roberts right behind in the same position with 2 tires only, going to try to hold off this number 28 car of Nicholas Johnston. 11 laps to go. Jared Wakefield with a great restart. Caught Will sleeping a little bit. Nicholas Johnston in the 28 and the 19 is Zach Passon side by side for third place. Oh! A little bit of a snap there from the championship leader, Zach Passon. He was able to save it. What a great save. Fantastic save from the 19 of Zach Passon side by side with the 76 of Mitchell Welker. Oh, the 16 of Jared Dixon around. Yellow flag is out. Oh, let's see what happened to Jared Dixon, ladies and gentlemen. Hard racing with the 52 of Ryan Kish off of turn 2. Oh no, just gets loose on the exit. Ryan Kish nowhere to go, doesn't have time to lift. No harm, no foul there for the 52. Jared Dixon with a little front end damage, gonna have to come down pit lane and get that fixed. But that's exactly what the 72 of Jared Wakefield wanted to see. A couple more laps under yellow here to get him another few laps closer to a victory. We're not going to pull up Jared anymore. I'm going to let him focus. We've got less than 10 to go, so we will let Jared focus on trying to capture this W. A few cars down pit lane. That looked like the 98 of Jackson Robillard, and then the 16 to fix his damage. So far, so good for the 72 Jared Wakefield. Those right sides seem to fire off pretty well. But when we go green, ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Jared Wakefield on the pole, first place as your control car. The 2 of Will Roberts right behind. Will is always want to try something. Listed as the 14, but we're going to say the 28 of Nicholas Johnston here, sitting in third with a dominating performance so far tonight. We'll see if he is able to capitalize on the performance of that car and get back out front to try to win the race. Championship leader Zach Passon in the 19, just trying to have a good finish now, not just to take it to next week at Auto Club. So he's hoping for a nice clean finish here and probably a top 3. Obviously still trying to win the race. 76 of Mitchell Welker trying to go for 3 in a row. Still within a stone's throw of the lead. But gonna be fighting up an uphill battle trying to get to the lead. That is going to be your top 5. Chad Simpson right behind in 6th. Zach Buchanan 7th. Ryan Kish in the 52 8th. Nicholas Sudik sitting 9th. Lyle Swearingen 10th. Sarah Tessum in 11th. Jared Dixon 12th. And Jackson Robillard still on pit road. Not sure exactly why. Probably fixing a little damage from the yellow before. But Jared Wakefield is going to be your control car this time by, ladies and gentlemen. Pace car is away. Jared Wakefield with a great start. Catches Will sleeping again. Crossing the line there to make it lap number 121 with 5 laps to go, ladies and gentlemen. 72 of Jared Wakefield just needs to hold on for 5 more laps. He needs the 2 of Will Roberts to put up a fight here with the 14/28 of Nicholas Johnston, who is going to probably get around Will. He wants to do it sooner rather than later. Only 4 laps to go for the 72, Jared Wakefield. Nicholas Johnston going to have the 2 of Will Roberts cleared this time. Oh, clears himself. Actually gets into the wall a little bit, but they both hang on. Zach Passon now trying to get around the 2 car of Will Roberts. Yellow is out again. Incident between the 68 and the 87. Definitely not what Jared needed. So we're going to look back on this incident really quick between the 68 and this 87. Oh, yeah, Nick Sudik just with and then a hip check to Sarah Tessum. 3 cars with big damage. Not too bad for the 70, actually. But, yeah, big damage for the 68 of Lyle Swearingen and the 87 of Nick Sudik. That is going to put us into NASCAR overtime, ladies and gentlemen. With an absolutely great race here at Richmond tonight. Fantastic from start to finish. These cars race around this track so well. It's so fun to watch. I'm sure everybody is absolutely hating this track right now. Well, we should be getting the lights out on the pace car this time. Jared Wakefield going to be your control car with the 28 of Nicholas Johnson behind. Zach Passon behind him in third. Nope, we got to go one more time. That first yellow definitely Jared wanted to see, but I don't think he wanted to see that last one. He was in such a great spot to get it done. Now going to have to be absolute money. It's going to have to be money on these restarts here. He wants to hold off the 28 of Nicholas Johnson, who's been on fire all night for this win. Been dominating since getting out in front around lap 30 or 40. But if I'm Jared Wakefield, I'm parking the car on the yellow line, and I'm making that 28 car go around me on the outside or making him wreck me. I want to win this race, but I know the 28, Nicholas Johnson, wants to win too. Everybody in the top 5 wants to win. Everybody in the race wants to win. '72 of Mitchell Welker trying to back the field up just a little bit. All right, your iRacing pace car is down pit road. Jared Wakefield is in control. Goes a little bit later than he has been. Not as good of a restart for Jared as the last couple. Next time by, you're going to have the white flag. Nicholas Johnson already going for it to the inside of the 72. Jared Wakefield, a lot of good momentum there for the 72, able to hold off the 28. Oh, 28 of Nicholas Johnson had to get on the brake to not take out the 72. We're going to have the white flag this time by. Nicholas Johnson loose on the exit. White flag is out, ladies and gentlemen. Zach Passon trying to take second place from the 28 of Nicholas Johnson. But right now, it's all Jared Wakefield of the 72 out front. One more clean corner for Jared. I think he's going to get it done. Off of turn 4 at Richmond Raceway, Jared Wakefield gets the win. Our in-race reporter finally gets it done. Nicholas Johnson going to bring it home second, just barely ahead of Zach Passon in the 19 for third. Wow, what a finish. Chad Simpson going to bring it home fourth. Ryan Kish in fifth to round out your top 5. Something happened with Will Roberts on the end of that race. He finished ninth. But ladies and gentlemen, the 72, Jared Wakefield, congratulations. What a race. That was a great race from Richmond. Wow, if we race these cars again, this track better be on the schedule again next year. Fantastic race tonight. Well, let's go ahead now. We'll let Jared burn it down. We'll go ahead and get our results, ladies and gentlemen. Jared Wakefield, your winner. Ladies and gentlemen, gets it done in the short track again, just like last year at Martinsville. Nicholas Johnson second, Zach Passon in third, 42 of Chad Simpson fourth, Ryan Kish fifth, Jackson Robilard's 98 brings it home sixth, Sarah Tessum seventh for a top 7, Mitchell Welker back in 8th place with Will Roberts in 9th, Jared Dixon finishing 10th. Whew, I'm excited. That was a great finish. Zach Buchanan, the last on the lead lap, finishing 11th. Lyle Swearengin and Nicholas Sudik, after getting caught up in that wreck, 5 laps down, 12th and 13th. And Evan Adams retiring early, going to finish 14th. But wow, awesome job. Congratulations, Jared. I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to let you guys continue to watch Jared burn it down here. But I will be back with an interview. Oh, it looks like he's finished it up. But we'll be back here in just a second to interview your winner, the 72 car of Jared Wakefield. Ladies and gentlemen, awesome race.
And all I can say to that is bullshit.
Yeah. Just soundboard. Oh my god, it worked. I didn't think it was going to work, especially when we got that yellow. The last 2 yellows, thought I was boned. Dude, the first one, I saw I had a second leak, and I'm like, oh, I got it. I'm gone. See ya. Tires feel great. Caution. Fuck. Then get another good start. Not as comfortable, but I feel like I'm good enough. Caution. Fuck. Then the yellow with Nick behind me, knowing he's probably a lot quicker. Just kind of got lucky that he zapped the tires twice, and yeah, I was kind of surprised. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm 1 and 2. I pinched him hard. Like I knew I just could not give him any room, and I needed to hope he zapped the tires. Yeah, it was.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I have your winner here at the Richmond Raceway 125 tonight, the 72 car, and our in-race reporter. First time we've had that happen. Congratulations, Jared Wakefield, after a 2-tire stop, able to hold off the field there and a charging Nicholas Johnston on the final restart. Woo! Take us into the decision to take 2 and really how you felt in those last couple restarts.
So, I mean, that decision to take 2 goes back to the first yellow we had, which was right about lap 55 when the pit window opened. I elected to take 4 just because I wasn't sure when we were going to get a yellow again, and I wanted to cover the 2 stop. Because I did that too early in Atlanta, and I think it could have worked in Atlanta, but I just did it too early, and it kind of cost us a set of tires. It ended up costing us. It wasn't an awful day, but it ended up costing us what could have been a better day. I saw Mitch do it. I was curious. I felt like it was a good call for him just to get that track position back. But I think it wasn't a wear thing because just like Atlanta, the left sides didn't wear a lot. Like when I came in to take 2 there, my left sides were at 97.
Oh,
So
wow.
the left sides
Wow.
were good. But Atlanta, they were a little worse. But I think the problem was the temp difference. You got the left sides that are super gripped up and the right sides that are not. On power, that's going to make the car very unstable, just very twitchy across the board. I would imagine that would make you very loose because your left sides are gripping up. It could also make you tight depending on how you have the car loaded, but just bad. So I knew that if we were going to take 2, it had to be late. I took 2 on the last pit stop more because I thought everyone else was gonna. I did not expect to be the first car off, and I was like, well, this worked great. Because 4 felt good, but I knew with that amount of time left, like Mitch kind of got bottled up there for a while. He didn't. It wasn't like everyone immediately drove by him. He got bottled up and had good enough pace on there to stay up front. So I'm like, well, we're 5th, 6th. We could probably get a podium out of this. We get the green flag. I see Will spin the tires on that first, the final 3 restarts.
Yeah, Will did not
Yep.
get a good restart that first one.
I thought I had it. And then the yellow came out again, and I was just like, ugh. And then almost an identical restart happened after that, and then the yellow came out again, and I'm like, okay, well, now I've got Nick and Zach behind me. We fired off okay on that last restart. Nick got to the inside. I'm not going to lie, I pinched the hell out of him. I knew I could not give Nick or Zach more than a car width, and nothing less, nothing more. And I think he zapped the tires a little bit. I know he did out of 4, which allowed Zach to kind of start racing him a little bit.
Yes,
But
he was
yeah,
really
little-
pushing on the exit there, coming to the white on that final restart, and got a little loose on the exit, which allowed Zach to get in there.
Yeah, and honestly, I think what ended up happening probably helped. At least at the end, I would have liked it to go green to the end. I think we would have won on the first restart. The second restart, I think Nick might have got there. It would have been up for question for sure. But I think what also helped is something I mentioned to Mitch after the race is the tire temps. Like the wear might not be too bad, but those left sides get pretty hot. Like I think when I came down pit road, they were at 171, 206. 171's not a big deal. 206
Woo,
on
you
the
can almost
rear.
boil water on those things.
Yeah, my left rear was hotter than the right rear at the center.
Wow.
So,
wow. Okay.
like when you think about that temperature balance isn't there, which is going to cause a lot more instability than if you had evenly temp tires. So I think those yellows, that's part of why I was weaving a little bit, was not even trying to warm the tires up, warm the right sides up, but just kind of even the tires out. When I fired off in the last restart, I didn't feel that loose. Car just felt good. I obviously was walking into the throttle very carefully, but like on entry, like I wasn't loose at all. So yeah, good call. Thanks to the Grange Hall group, Project 2. Pretty good showing. I mean, we were most of the field tonight, but yeah, this has been a long time coming. I felt like a couple times this year we've either just been terrible or we picked a bad strategy that didn't work. Like, Michigan comes to mind. It's like, if we just got a yellow at Michigan, that was a waste. We had a lot of pace at. But, we got our win. Not here for points chasing. I'm here for wins. Sometimes we're not going to get a win. That's okay. Tonight, I felt like once we got into the race, about 30 laps in, we had a chance. So I'm glad it worked out.
Yeah, you had a really strong pace all night, especially once you got the car underneath you. And like you said, very similar to myself, not a fast one lap driver, but over the course of a long run and a race, tend to work your way up to the front of the field more likely than not. So you do have another shot next week at a track just like Michigan. Our last race of the season is going to be at Auto Club. How are you feeling?
I'm excited. We've been good at the big 2-milers. I think we can be some interesting strategy there. I'm really interested to see what it's done to the points battle because I feel like I just screwed a couple people over in the points battle tonight who really wanted to win. But it's all in good fun. Someone's gonna steal one. I think we're gonna go into Auto Club. I don't care about the championship or what's going on. I'm there to win, and we're gonna do what we need to do to win. So hopefully we can go back to back to end the season. That would probably prop us up in the points pretty good. That midfield's pretty tight. So if we can get up in the top 5, it would be a great note to end the year on.
Absolutely, man. And hey, that's what we like to hear. Not worried about the points next week. Just go out and try to get 2 in a row to win or to end the season. But awesome job tonight, man. Great race. It was great from start to finish, not just because my end race reporter won the race, but because it was a damn good race. So congratulations, winning an awesome race and running it on strategy. And I don't know, that was a good job. Good job, man. I really enjoyed that one. But good.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Good luck next week. Yeah, it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. Good night, Jared. And we'll see you next week at Auto Club.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll see you next week.
Oh, man, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go back really quick. I do kind of want to go see what happened on that last restart. Well, we're going to go see what happened to Will Roberts. Excuse all the rewinding here. We're going to go check and see what happened to Will Roberts and Mitchell Welker, because they finished a little bit further down than I might have expected. Oh, yes, here we go. Okay, so yeah, this was actually coming to the white flag. We actually had an incident here. The 2 and the 76 get together on the exit, coming to the white. Mitchell gets a little loose and just kind of turns Will into him a little bit. That was coming to the white flag. So, wow, yeah, interesting there. Slides up the track just barely, gets in, and then Zach Buchanan, unfortunately, nowhere to go there. Let's go right along with Zach here on this last incident, coming to the white flag. I don't know how we didn't see that. And then Zach Buchanan having to come all the way around the track, put the hood up. Unfortunate for the 40. Really kind of wrecked his night. Yeah, Jared Dixon going to be able to get around him here. And then Will, for good measure, spins it out one more time. But either way, great night tonight at Richmond Raceway. That was a fantastic race. Had a great time calling it. But all right, guys and girls, next week, the finale, the Fuel Premier Series, we've got Auto Club Speedway. It is going to be neck and neck between Zach Passon and Chad Simpson. So please come on out next week around 8:30. We will be going live. And tomorrow night, if we get enough cars, we'll be going live tomorrow as well from Watkins Glen International for the Fuel World Series. Only got 2 more races left in the World Series, so come on out and race with us. But that is going to be it, guys. For me here, Matt Owens here at FRN and the Fuel Racing League for tonight. So congratulations again to the 72, Jared Wakefield, and everybody else. Nicholas Johnston with a dominating performance. And, next week, guys, we will see you for the final race of the season, Auto Club Speedway. 70 laps. And we'll see you then. Everybody have a great night.